Leaving my mind, I can't think of it. Happy Pride Month, everybody. What's up? I'm Lupe Dragon. I'm a singer-songwriter from New Jersey. I'm also one of the co-hosts of Queer Peer Review, so you'll see me in and out of the channel sometimes. And today, I'm going to be listing my top 5 queer artists. Slash bands. There's like 2 bands on this list. They're not in a particular order, but they're like 5 that I really, really love. First one, Lauren Sanderson. She's the first queer artist I ever listened to. She makes kind of like pop, kind of R&B type vibey music, and the first EP I listened to is called Panic, and it's got all my favorite songs on it. Better Anyway, Shut Up, and it's leaving my mind, I can't think of it. But there's tons of really awesome songs on the EP. Lately she's been doing a weekly roundup of music, so every week she's been dropping something new. Go check her out on like Twitter and Spotify and whatnot. She actually follows me on Twitter, which is also like super cool. She's seen my covers before. I've covered her every now and then on Instagram and whatnot. I've talked to her, and yeah, super awesome and super chill person. Next one is Zolita, which we've covered on the channel before. Zolita is also a pop artist. She primarily does pop. She's done some psychedelic dance pop and then has transitioned into a little bit more like pop rock. She has a song called Ashley, which is a super sapphic, romantic, wholesome song. It's nice and acoustic and it blends really well. And if you're into something that's like an easy listening pop vibe, you'll definitely like her. She's nothing super out of range for a lot of people, and even straight people like her music. Let's be real here. Oh, Ashley. Oh, Ashley. Yeah, Against Me is a band that was founded by Laura Jane Grace, who is a transgender woman. And she talks a lot about, in her interviews, like being a transgender woman in the punk community. And when she had started the band back in the, I believe, 2000s, being transgender wasn't exactly like a concept that was talked about. But she's made it a point to definitely make it a concept in her music. And one of the albums that I really like by them is called Transgender Dysphoria Blues. And again, just the concept of the album and the title, you'll get a nice gist of her story as a transgender woman. Another project that I like by them is Reinventing Axl Rose, and one of my favorite songs on it is called Pints of Guinness Make You Stronger. That's the first song that I listened to. It is awesome. It was recorded on some really bad gear, but you don't even think about it just because you're thinking about, you know, the concept of the song and the story behind it. And yeah, if you like rock music, you'll love Against Me. You want them to notice, Next up, the drums. Now, the drums started out as a 4-piece band, which then moved to a duo, which now is only one person. So they kind of took like a Panic at the Disco approach, except they're a lot better, and they're not Brendan Urie. So the drums was founded by the lead singer, who is still a part of the band, called Johnny Pierce. He is a gay man, and in the music he talks a lot about religious trauma, not getting along with his parents, being in love, losing love, a lot of these concepts of like coming of age and whatnot. And in his new project that he's working on, the last couple songs that he's been putting out have been breakup anthems. As we talk a lot about these breakup anthems on here, but the newest song that he's put out is called I Want It All. And the new one that he put out was called Plastic Envelope, Protect Him Always. And Protect Him Always, which is the second part of the song, he's basically talking about protecting his inner child and how being in toxic relationships and surrounding himself with the wrong people has had him forget who he was and destroy his inner child. And so a lot of his songs are very, very conceptual and lyrically just phenomenal. He's an indie pop artist with a little blend of indie rock as well. Very synthy, so if you're into that stuff, check him out for sure. And the last one is Frank Ocean. All things considered, you know, he is a great artist overall. His first 2 albums, and hopefully not his last 2 albums because I need that 3rd album, Channel Orange and Blonde, are 100% some of the best R&B records I've heard, especially as a contemporary R&B artist. Just great stuff. He talks a lot about, you know, being a gay man and just like being able to deal with that in society, but also he just writes very freely, you know, like he doesn't have to, you know, pretend to be something that he's not. He doesn't have to, you know, write things for a label. Actually, the way that he got out of his last record deal to put out Blonde was he made a whole visual album, tossed it on Apple Music, and got out of his record deal to put out Blonde within like a day. So he's very smart and he's very talented, and he realized there were some things that a label could not give to him, and so he decided, well, forget this, like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And he's been doing that for a while. He was also part of the rap group Odd Future with Tyler, the Creator, and The Internet, and a couple other people in that crowd. And overall, he contributed a lot to music, and he continues to. And I hope he continues to put out another record, because I've been waiting since 2016, man. It's been way too long. And yeah, those are my top 5 for now. I also have merch of my own. If you want anything, I've got shirts and vinyls and books. I am a musician. Anything that you want, you can DM me on IG. I'll take Venmo or anything, really. All of the money that I make from my own merch goes towards me getting new gear and going to the studio and paying bills, so really appreciate it. Also, something that you can do for free is subscribe, because this channel is super awesome and continues to do a lot of things for queer media and representation. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and happy Pride Month.